Sponsored by Women Technology. Take advantage of our end of summer promotion, offering a $30 off bundle discount on the whole test takeout panel controls through September 2021.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. It's the 1st of August 2021 and we now have access to free mods made by the community for the F-16I, the Sufa, which is the Israeli modified version of the F-16. Now, this is a little more complicated than the usual mod. The reason is there are actually two versions of this. One is by IDF Mods Project, which I believe is the original. Then there is a spin-off, pretty sure this is how it's worked, called the LAHAK version. And I don't want to get involved in any of the politics of how this happened, so I figured the fair thing for me to do is just to show both. The IDF version is available now, and I will give the download link and the Discord link in the video description. The LAHAK version is not yet ready for download. It's still in beta and is not released yet. I will put their Discord in the video description, again, just to be fair to everyone. First, let's download and install the IDF version. So I'll give you this link here. There's a README there if you want, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Right click on the executable. Download. Once it's downloaded, you'll be given this file here, the executable. Click on it. This will tape over your existing, obviously you need to have the F-16 for this to work, by the way. This will tape over your existing F-16. You can't use them at the same time. You could either go in and back up the original F-16 from your installation directory. I haven't bothered because all you have to do to get rid of this one here is just do a repair, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. That will then get rid of the Sufa and reinstall the original F-16. So let's go ahead. English, next. Okay, the first thing it does is ask for destination folder and it will guess wrong. So browse, and I'm going to go E drive, DCS World Open Beta. Okay, next it adds these folders on here. That's wrong, it shouldn't do that. So delete them. And for me, it should say E drive, DCS World Open Beta. You want something like that being shown. Go next, let it do its thing. And done. That's it. Let's go and start DCS, latest open beta, 1st August 2021. From the main screen, mission editor, create new, Marianas, find an airbase, create new plane group, put it on the runway. USA will be fine, don't need to make it Israel, unit type. And we've got F-16I instead of the old Block 52 or whatever the original one is. Let's put that in. Let's put it taking off parking hot. Actually, I don't want that. I want to go client here. Don't forget to go client there. Take off from hot. And I'm going to point it in that direction there. And I'm going to move it up there. Done. Next. Payload screen, and you can see you've obviously got this lovely model of the I version. First of all, in terms of weapons, at this release, version 1.0 that you can download now, the weapons are all the same. There are no Pythons or extra missiles like that. That will be coming in the future. We can have on stations 4 and 6 these extra large fuel tanks, 600 gallon. They are to represent the extra fuel that the plane would carry in its conformal fuel tanks. So that's how we can get the realistic amount of fuel and weight. We can have a lightning here and the lightning will act as a lightning. Here on this station we can have ping a lantern pod. You can't use the lantern, you can only use the lightning. Ground crew, I don't know why this is here, but you can have ping crew with ladders, which is quite funky, right? I'm going to turn it off. That would be bad for flying. So I'm going to go out with that loadout there. That's all I want to show in the payload. Liveries, default liveries, plus 5 IAF squadron liveries. I'm going to save that and create a multiplayer server with it. We're in now, and notice the main thing, it's multi-crew. So first of all, I'll go pilot. I'll load in. It will just look like the normal F-16 cockpit. You can request to join as a Wizzo, please, Simba. There he goes, let him in. So it's kind of Tomcat style. So you can now officially have multi-crew F-16, which is pretty cool. Not much else to show there. If you get out, and then I'll get out, and then we'll swap around, Simba. Okay, I'm requesting in now. In I go. I'm now a Wizzo. Now, I'm just going to pause it because it's a bit loud. Note there is no 3D model back here at the moment. They can apparently create a 3D model. They're asking for around $1,000 for it. If anyone's interested in funding that, I think it would be great to have a Wizzo cockpit back here. I don't know whether it would be pressable buttons or not, but pretty cool. But the idea is there. I can still be here and act as a visual aid for dogfights or whatever. Do you want to quickly take off just so we can see it working? It's not synced up properly. The sound won't be synced up. The buttons, nothing like that will be synced up properly. And I cannot fly from the rear here. But technically, version 1, I am a wizzo, kind of. Whee! Here goes. 2 people and an F-16 Simba. Oh, I left the ladders on. I left the ladders on, Simba. Can you see them? I guess you can't see them.
I can.
How embarrassing for you.
Nope.
Anyway, that's that. Obviously, it's got a lovely high fidelity, you know, kind of one-to-one model, as you would expect with any decent mod nowadays. Even with the step ladders on. To come in the next updates for this IDF version are weapons like the Spice 2000, the Python 5, and the Delilah. I don't even know what a Delilah is, but a Hebrew cockpit, an F-16D version.
Cap, I want to see if we open the canopy, if the ladder will fall off.
Is the cockpit open on yours? Oh, no, they stay on, baby. Oh, you work on these, don't you? You're wondering why Simba is interested in F-16s. He works on them for a living, by the way, so he knows F-16s, every nut and bolt. Okay, well, they don't fall off on my screen. Let's go and try the next version, Simba. And welcome back to Cap's Desktop. Next, we're going to go to everyone's most relied on piece of software in the world if you're onto DCS. This is Skatezilla's control panel for controlling DCS. If you don't know what this is, I'll include a link for this as well in the video description. All you do is go here, go repair, and boom, magically everything's beautiful again. It will detect which files are changed, and it will go and delete them and, you know, bring back the original Wagner files. Ping, we have been fully Wagnerified. Done. Next, let's go and install the LAHAK version. It's a RAR file. It will bring up this guy here, because this one includes Bazaar because it's got missiles as well, whereas the other one didn't. So those 3, right click, copy files to clipboard. There's a lot of them, so just be patient. Okay, next, bring up a browser. Let's go and find our install directory. If you don't like messing around with your install directory, these mods are not for you. So go to your base root DCS world directory like I've got there. Right click, paste. You're going to paste about 7 gigs worth of stuff in there. The Python's available here, high off boresight missile. So the idea is this plane is not as maneuverable as its old non-I version. So you have to have extra maneuverable missiles that can do 360 degrees or whatever. Even more so than the AIM-9X, I think, which is the Python. That's done. Again, you deinstall it in the same way with the repair. Let's get rid of everything there. Start up again. Make a new plane. Put it there. Now, the interesting thing with this version is you get to retain the old F-16, the Wagner version, and add the I version, which is quite handy. Payload. So we've got a slightly different model. You can see the textures are a little bit different. It's up to you which one you prefer. I don't really know. Missiles. We get the mighty Python 5 missile. Look at that. Isn't that a cool looking thing? I believe it's thrust vectored. I assume. I don't really know. And it can obviously fire very high off boresight. And we can put a whole bunch of them on. The fuel tanks work a bit differently. Let me think. We can have a 600 gallon like the other version, or we can have a conformal tank which now simulates the amount of fuel in that conformal tank. So they've done it a slightly different way. Or you can have the conformal tank and a 370 gallon tank. So I'll just put like that. And the T-pods, we have 2 of them again, and the lantern will go this side on 5L chin. Again, it's really there just for, you know, weight and drag. This one was the one that will actually get used. Again, we've got some different skins here we can use. Simba, let's go and jump in multiplayer and see the difference. And we're in. Now you can see that the LAHAK version is not multi-crew, it's just single like the original. The other pilot is purely just for visual. With the IDF version, you do not need to rebind your controls. With this one, for reasons that I just don't understand, you do have to rebind your controls. So you have to go to F-16I here and rebind your controls the same as the F-16C, and everything should work. Yep. So that's pretty much it. All we've got to do now is do a tandem takeoff and try and have a fight with these Pythons, because I haven't actually used them yet. We've kind of got this mod at the last minute. Do you want to say your prayers now, or after you've been shot down?
I'll say prayers.
Right, hold and hold. 3, 2, 1, go. Full burn. Just wait for you a little bit and go. Yeah, baby. You brake right, I brake left. Oh, your afterburner's different. It looks tiny, like a MiG-21 afterburner. What the heck's happened there? Rotate.
I don't feel comfortable with you talking about the size of my afterburner.
Well, I'm afraid that's a you problem. Okay, getting set up. Trying to remember how to fly the jet. Who can do this one circle quick enough? You cheater, how did you get round so quick? I know, I'm winning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit rusty in this, and I don't know what button to press. There we go. And lock. And fire. Interesting, it didn't bend very much. Just going to take off again. I just want to see how much high off foresight I can get it. Because the whole idea of this missile is I can fire it massively high off foresight. Okay, now turn off to one side and do a beam. Just going to see how far I can track off foresight. So, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees, and what happens then if I fire? No, it can only track about 40 degrees, so it's not a hob in the LAHAK version. I think it will be a proper hob in the IDF version when that comes. That's pretty much it, Simba. Anything you want to add?
Nope.
Just remember, the IDF version is available now. Go and download it, have some fun. The LAHAK version is beta at the moment. It's not ready. They just gave it to me as a, they just wanted me to show it off. But that will be available at some point. I hope you enjoyed that, and it looks like we're about to fire at each other again. And see you later.